Hello and welcome to this first video in terms of showing you how to complete a project. So I've already logged into CIS243SR1P1 and I've listed all the projects on this screen here. In a previous video I went over how to do the lessons. I've made all the lessons for each of the chapters available to you till the end of the semester. So if there's any time you need to go back and review something, you can go back and do that through a lesson. There are no points associated with the lesson. So for this video, what I'd like to do is go ahead and do a project for the first chapter. So here's the skills review. After you get done doing this and feel comfortable, then you should probably do the challenge yourself one, which is for points, then do the fix it one, which is for points as well. So the fix it one is a bit different than the challenge yourself in terms of it's asking you to go in and fix things within the spreadsheet. And so that'll help enhance and learn those skills that are associated with that particular chapter. So the first thing you need to do is click on that, and then you'll need to download some files. And so depending on on a Windows or a Mac, you'll download the instructions. So I'm on a Windows machine, so I'm going to download the Windows file. I need to figure out where I'm going to put this, and so I'm going to put this in for this course, summer, and I'll put it in a new folder. I'll call this Chapter 1 Videos. And so that is the instructions. Then we typically will get a start file, and that start file is the Excel spreadsheet file that has data in it already for you to use. Once you look at the instructions, look at the spreadsheet file, and fill in all the necessary information, then we'll come back over here and upload that file, and then it'll automatically grade it for us. So let's do the download version. We'll hit save. So if you'll notice at the bottom of my screen, I have both of those files. I'm going to go ahead and open the the PDF version. And notice how I'm taking my cursor and slamming it against the side. That automatically fills up half of my screen for me. If I come back over to here, I can now open up my spreadsheet file, and I'll need to make that half of my screen as well. So I probably closed the wrong one. There it is. And what I typically like to do is I'll have both the editing file and the skill file, or the, if you'll bear with me a second, the instruction file on the screen at the same time. So we can scroll up and we can make that a little larger. And if that doesn't work for you, you can have multiple screens, which is what I have. But if we were in a lab environment on campus with only one monitor, this is the way I would suggest that you go about doing it. So after you got that situated the way you like it, then what you want to do is go ahead and click this file, Enable for Editing. So I want to be specific in terms of that you know exactly that this file is associated with you and your account. This is the file you need to submit. If you submit somebody else's file, accidentally or not, that's considered cheating, and you'll get an F in the course and report it to Student Affairs. So don't use somebody else's files to do this, and don't accidentally submit them. So notice it's already named it up here. Even if you go in and change the name and you're using somebody else's file, it's going to know whose file this originally was. And that's how a lot of people get F's in the course. Otherwise, there's no reason why you shouldn't get an A or B in the class. All right. So what I typically will tell students to do is look at the file and think about what does this file contain. So we can see here we've got some labels, we've got some different names, their number, their billable rate. We got some clients here, and we got some data in there. We got some other clients in here, and we got some days worked Monday through Sunday here. Same here. And so we'll just go ahead and read the instructions now. So if we click on this set of instructions, it says this workbook is for project generates. This workbook for this project generates client bills from staff hours and multiple worksheets. Notice the different worksheets down here. In this project, you will complete the worksheet for staff member Swinson to calculate the daily bill, the total billable hours per week, and the total weekly bill. The worksheet for staff member Stevens has been completed. You may use it for references as necessary. So we click here, we can see, they filled in some days, they filled in some hours that they consulted, they got the daily billing, they got some other dates, other daily billing. So it looks like they have 2 weeks worth of billing here. Okay. So skills needed to complete this project, working in protected view, navigating a workbook, and so on. So the step 1, open the start file. The file will be renamed automatically and include your name. Hence my name up here. Change the prompt file name if directed to do so by your instructor and save it. So at this point, what you want to do is probably save it. I'm going to do a save as just so I can see where it's saving it at. So that's where I had originally done it. So I'm going to say yes. And this is what you need to remember in order to submit the file. So when we get done and close everything out, you got to submit it for grading. And so you need to remember where you saved the file. So I believe we are ready to start working on step 3. So we were in protected view. We clicked on the enable editing. So we got rid of that. Notice that you can use Control-Z to undo a step or steps. So click on the worksheet labeled Stevens hours, which we did. It's necessary to use the vertical scroll bar to scroll down so you can see both weeks of real hours. If necessary, use the vertical scroll bar again to return to the top. So I believe these are the vertical scroll bars they're talking about over here. And so we've done that step. So in this particular PDF reader, I clicked on highlighter, and when I clicked back, it highlighted everything. And so typically what I will tell students is when you're in the PDF reader, you just want to highlight the area you just finished so you know what step you've been working on. So I'm going to try and get out of this. I'm going to pause this video for right now and recorrect this. So I've got that done. So we've done the scroll bars. In cell B2, hold on one second. In the cell displaying the staff member's name, Stevens. So apparently I'm in the wrong worksheet because something's not making sense. So notice I was supposed to be there, so I'll do Stevens. We can do the scroll down, scroll up again. B2, let's click here, scroll up. You see the intersection of B and 2, there's Stevens. That's the intersection of B and 2. Note that the column B and row 2 sector box highlights. So if we click on it, so you get this cell pointer that's around it now. Notice that the status bar displays ready. So we'll get that for you. I want to just do that one, just so I know what I've done. Click here. Here's the ready down here. On the Home tab in the number group, look at the number format box at the top of the group. Note that the format of the cell is general. So here's the Home tab. Here's the name of the group, which is number, and it's set to general. Double-click cell B2 to switch to edit mode. Note that the status bar now displays edit. So I'm going to start this again. So I'm see on here, I'm going to click this. Notice that the status bar now says edit, and I can actually change things here. I can also change things up here in this box as well. Okay, so we've done that one. So if I go back over to comments, my highlight, press the escape key to exit the edit mode and return to ready mode. So if I'm not going to edit to get out of something, all I have to do is hit escape and we're back at the ready mode down here. Okay, we've done that. Press enter twice to move to cell B4. So we're in B2, so enter just direct moves for pressing enter, or what happens when you press enter is to go down one cell in the same column that you're at. So we press it twice, we're in this particular cell. Then, since we're in B4, this cell is formatted with the accounting number format. So we can see that it's number here, and then we can see the format with the $sign, 2 decimal places. So we see that here. Go to accounting, try that again. It automatically puts the 2 decimal places in there. If you go to general, well, it's not actually asking me now. It should be asking you. I'm going to set this back to accounting. And we could widen that up, or we could actually click on here to set different decimal places. So what I was trying to show you is that even though you got 2 decimal places here, if you wanted something different, you can use these 2 cells to adjust, or you can hit this expand the group options to get to here, and you can have decimal places which you can change there as well. Click OK. So we've done that. Scroll down here. It says look at the number format. I note the formatting cell is accounting, which we did. On the Home tab in the Styles group, look at the Cell Styles gallery and note the cell style currency is highlighted. So we're Home and Styles. Right, that's what it wanted us to do. In this Cell Style gallery, and note the style currency is highlighted. So we're in Styles. this is the gallery. That's what it was talking about, and it says look at currency. So see the little gray box that's around here? That's what they're referring to. So we could actually set the style there as well. Okay, so we've done that one. And we just showed you how to open that up. All right, so this is about 15 minutes long now, almost 60 minutes. I'm going to stop this one, and we're going to pick this up with another video to finish out the lesson.